Welcome back, Video Game Voting Vanguard. It's your boy P City Substance. We're here with another episode of Thrift Store Thursdays. Thrift Store Thursdays, we go to the local thrift stores or our local flea market, and we're looking to add to the collection, staying as thrifty and low cost as possible. So, as I was saying in the past couple of episodes, that I've extended Thrift Store Thursdays to also include the local flea markets as well, because the local thrift stores, that is, can get a little low on quality, and basically it's not a whole lot of variety all the time. Sometimes you go and you get lucky, and then other times you go, it's the same games, or it's a lot of sports titles that basically everybody has, and they're not really, sought after, so to speak. So this week we went to Patapsco Flea Market, one of the better flea markets, more well-known flea markets here in Baltimore, Maryland. And it's something I've been on for a while, and I actually seen one. Came across a gentleman, he had a table outside. He actually had a very, very nice collection of different consoles and games. So what I picked up this week was, for $35, was the Game Boy Advance SP. And the SP in Advance stands for Special. This was the upgraded version of the Game Boy Advance. This was released in February of 2003. Weighs only 5 ounces. It's very light. The first with a, or maybe I guess the second, because the Advance front lit LCD screen. But if I recall and I stand correctly, this is the first handheld Game Boy console that has a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. So it came with a charger with this, which is, I believe, it's first of its kind for the Game Boy series. It was released in North America on March the 23rd of 2003. Japan was released February 14th of 2003, and the PAL version was released March 28th as well. It was discontinued January 31st of 2008, and up until, as of 12/15, it sold 43 million units up until that date. I believe it also was the first console with the folding ability. Later on, that the 3DS and DS incorporated that as well, which is a way to kind of protect the screen, but then you also had the issue with these hinges breaking right here as well. So that was also like its first of its kind as well. Apparently the SP, the original design for this, it was supposed to be 3D enabled, but they scrapped that idea for whatever reason. They also have another model, the AGS 101, which is, I don't know if it's only limited to the color of the pearl blue, but that has a backlight on the LCD screen. So it's a backlit LCD screen, which is pretty cool. And I'm kind of peed off that I noticed that late. So maybe I have to look for that and get another SP. This came out retailed at $199 at the time of release. So it's a pretty cool add-on to the into my collection. If you guys are unfamiliar, right now I'm more so focused on the consoles in my collection. I'm adding games here and there, but my bigger concern right now, what I'm after, is game consoles. So I was happy to add this. I know that the original Game Boy Advance, which I reviewed a few episodes back on Thrift Store Thursdays. Don't forget to check that out. I can't remember which episode number that was, but you'll see the thumbnail with the Game Boy Advance on there. I know that one played the original Game Boy titles. You're able to put that cartridge right in there. I haven't even tried it, so interested to do that. Actually, I'm gonna do that right here on camera. So hold on a second, guys. Let me check it out. Grab a Game Boy game. All right, so come right back. We actually gonna try this, something a little different. Switch it up for you guys on the Video Game Voter. So we got Tetris, classic game for the Game Boy. Let's try it. Slide it right in. Snaps in, so I'm assuming it works. There it is. Yep, it works. So not only does the Game Boy Advance play the original Nintendo Game Boy titles, also the Game Boy Advance SP does. And if you look here, if you guys can actually see that, I'm gonna unpause it. It turns Tetris into having color, which is awesome. So that's cool, and it looks like 10 times better than the original Game Boy screen, which I reviewed last week on Thrift Store Thursdays. That was a pickup. So I'm definitely excited to have this Game Boy SP added to the collection. I think that's pretty cool that you're able to play the previous generation console games on this. This is something that Nintendo has been doing since the beginning of time. It's something that I feel that all gamers can appreciate, because not a lot of other manufacturers do it, if any, and they definitely don't do it with the consistency as Nintendo. Every single console you're able to almost use the same component cables, same AC adapters, and also play your games and use the controllers for the newer gen console. So that's excellent. Even with the Switch, you're able to still use your GameCube controllers, which is almost 3 generations ago as far as video game consoles is concerned. So that's awesome. So appreciate all the subscribers. I appreciate all the likes, the shares, the comment, the support. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Right now, before you go any further, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Turn that bell on for the notifications. Look forward to new episodes every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 10 a.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to check out the official website of the Video Game Votary, thevideogamevotery.wordpress.com. That's the official website of Video Game Votary. Also, check out the Video Game Votary podcast when you're on the go. Available on all podcast platforms. Don't forget to rate each episode. The higher you rate, especially on Apple iTunes, it coincides and it will raise us up, get us closer to the front page. So the higher the rating on Apple, and also reflects on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, you name it. So I appreciate all the support. If you want to donate directly to the Video Game Votary, log on to www.patreon.com/Video Game Votary. You can donate to the Video Game Votary to help out with equipment, help out with trips, so that I'm able to go and do live video and be on the scene for these different cons and different expos, and be able to give you information firsthand. As soon as I get it, I can give it straight to you guys, and I appreciate it. I'm not looking for to get rich off of this. I'm looking to build like somewhat of a part-time career. Full-time would be even better, but basically looking to build and do something that I actually love, which is being in front of this camera, giving the information to you guys and sharing my input and my thoughts on it, and just the love of video games, which I share with a lot of people worldwide. So I appreciate you guys. We're going to end the episode on that note. This has been another episode of Thrift Store Thursdays. This is your boy P City Substance, and this is the Video Game Votary.